Let's do this.
Okay, Hans, welcome back to my channel. This is a bit of a different video for me because it's a serious video. So we're going to be doing 20 things I learned in my 20s. I just turned 30, as I'm sure you're all bored of hearing about. So I just thought this would be a really fun video and just, you know, give you some useful life advice, fashion, beauty, it will cover all lessons, all topics that you need for your life. So let's get into it. I feel like I'm being interviewed by the police in Dexter, but it wasn't me. Let's get into it. This is going to be in no particular order other than number 1. I'm just going to do everything off the cuff. The only one I know for sure is number 1, so we'll leave that to the end. And let's start at number 20. So number 20, the first thing that came to my mind was find clothes that suit your body and rinse and repeat. So you want to find things that suit your shape. Like, you're never gonna, yes, use people for inspiration, but everyone is different. And when I was younger, I just always wanted to be really skinny and tiny. I literally remember I had Kendall Jenner on my board and I was like, that is what I'm gonna look like my vision board, like that's what I'm gonna look like, I'm gonna get to that weight. And no, did I fuck? Never. And I wouldn't want to be. So I think, yes, find things that suit your body. Like for me, I love a corset top, I love a long dress, like anything from the curve range. You just gotta find the things that suit you and wear them, get them in different colors, style them up different ways, because you will then just feel so much more confident. I think that leads nicely into the next one, which is you are never gonna be as skinny as a celebrity. As my mum used to say when I was younger, and I used to cry to her all the time, like, I want to be skinnier, I want to look like this, I want to look like that. I think every girl can relate to this, but you're never going to look like a celebrity, because guess what? They have the time to go to the gym 5 hours a day if they want, or even if they are really busy, you know, they're all probably hardworking. They have nutritionists, they have special trainers to just give them everything they need to be like tiny little twiddlers, or they get really fat for films and then they get really skinny again. Like, you're never gonna look like someone that has a lifestyle that you cannot maintain. So I think obviously be healthy, obviously look after yourself, but try and love the skin you're in. You have good and bad days, but I definitely think as you get older, you do learn to love yourself more and more. So number 17, I'm gonna go with it's not that deep. So I'm a really anxious person. I'm definitely better in my old age, but I'm a very anxious girly. And my other anxious girlies, they'll get it. But it's really not that deep. We live on a floating rock. If you think, what I like to do is I give myself 5 minutes to be stressed about something. It could be something as minor as earlier on, it was that I couldn't decide if I liked my fro and it was stressing me out. Or like, you know, you're worried about something at work, whatever. Just give yourself 5 minutes and then we're either getting a plan together or we're getting on, because if you know you're not going to worry about it in 5 years, why are you worrying about it for more than 5 minutes? If you know in 5 years time you're still going to be worried about it, maybe, you know, come up with a solution, whatever. This cannot be applied to every problem, but kind of small things that you don't need to stress yourself out about, that is literally what I think. Like yesterday I got really stressed about work because today was going to be really busy and I've not got like a very good brief for my job, and I literally just said to myself, like, okay, in 5 years time, even in a week's time, am I going to give a shit about this? No. So 5 minutes I was worried, and then I thought, right, let's just get into my other job that I know what I'm doing on and let's smash that out. So that can be applied to many situations, so definitely get on there. Number 16, become your own best friend. So I obviously live alone now, and I would say only in the last 2 years that I actually enjoyed my own company, being on my own and needing that alone time to recharge. Like, I always was with people. Like when I was younger, I was always with my family, always with my friends. And then, you know, when I moved out, I lived in a house of 5 people, then I lived in a house of 3 people, then I lived in a house of 7 people. So I've always been with people. Then I obviously lived with Yvette, and that was where I had to learn to be okay with being on my own, because she works shifts, she works all different hours, her partner lives in Gloucester, and you know, she was out quite a lot and all at different times of the day. So in the day when I was working and I hated my job, I did really struggle to be on my own. And I remember just one year, like, she asked me if I was alright and I just started crying. Like, it was so embarrassing. But like, now I love being on my own, and I think I just learned to really enjoy being on my own. Obviously, I did get a new job, and also even now if I'm struggling with my job or struggling like with what the fuck to do in my life, like, that doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't bother me now being anxious on my own, and it used to really bother me. Like, I couldn't be on my own because I didn't want to be with my own thoughts, and I didn't want to, you know, deal with anything. I just know. But now I love it. Like, every day this week I've been on my own and literally have the best time. I do my filming, I watch my favourite shows, I cook nice meals, I try new recipes, I talk to all my friends and family all the time. But just being on your own, you know what, it actually does slap. And if you can enjoy your own company, like, if you don't have plans on the weekend, that's okay, make your own plans. Like, my best friend Jordan, he has taught me, we always talk about like lessons we've taught each other, because, you know, when we're like in our fields, and he has just taught me that being on your own is okay, doing things on your own is okay. Like, he is always out on his own, he's going to cinema, he's chilling in the pub, and I love that about him. So definitely become your own best friend, because, you know, no one's gonna love you like you love yourself. So as RuPaul said, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? I'm in a weird mood tonight, so excuse that. But on to the next one. Okay, so what are we on, 15? Yeah, 15. We're on 15. This is number 5. So, number 5, do your skincare every day. Okay, so you wanna, but this is how you wanna do it. So in the mornings, do not wash your face, because then you are washing off the skincare you put on in the evening, and you're stripping your skin of that goodness. Do not wash it in the morning. No. So in the morning, you wanna do your skincare, your serums, your creams, your SPF, your eye cream, your lip balm, before you put your makeup on. And then in the night, you wanna double cleanse, so remove your makeup, then wash your face with some kind of cleanser. I use at the minute the CeraVe makeup removing cleanser, followed by the glycolic acid cleanser from The Ordinary. I literally just use whatever I've been sent, to be honest. But you kind of want to use a makeup removing one and then a cleansing one. Then go in, once you've got all your makeup off, then we're going in with the acids. I love a hyaluronic acid. I've got a new one actually, and it's Botox in a bottle. Absolutely stunning. So you want to go in with your skincare. For night, you want to do hyaluronic acid. If you do retinol, get a bit of retinol in there. And then your moisturizer, your lip balm, ready for the night. Because then in the morning, you don't wash that off because all the goodness is in your face. So, girlies, do your skincare, please. Because I did not get told that my face was the most hydrated skin for nothing. I started my skincare at 16. Get on it, girlies. Okay, that leads nicely into the next one, which is get your routines down. So I'm still working on this. I'm really bad at routines, but I want to be that girl. I want to be a routine girly. So, you know Grace Bev, how she's just so good at routines. But we're getting there. So every night, I make sure that I just have half an hour before I go to bed where I have a cup of tea, biscuits, and I read. Or, I mean, I haven't done that this week, but I did get into that routine. I need to get back on it, because then I slept so well. Again, in the morning, I'm trying to wake up every day at the same time, which is 7:30. So today I did sleep through my alarm and I woke up at 8. But every other day this week, I've been up at 7:30. Yesterday, I had a cup of tea at 8 o'clock and I had a whole hour to just do whatever I wanted before work. And when I tell you, it felt like a lifetime. It was freeing. It was great. So definitely work on your routines, your morning and your evening one, because you want to just have that down, because I think you will feel better. Like this week, I've been in such a good mood because I've really been trying to get my routines down and, you know, just getting my sleep, getting it in. Okay, that leads on to a good next one. So what are we on now? 13, because we did 15, 14, 13. Get your sleep in. Sleep is important. I struggle with sleep a lot, but try and get at least 7 hours sleep, because you don't want to look old and tired. You just want to rest and recover is the key. Okay, on to the next. Let's do a fun one. So let's do a friend one, because I've had a lot of friendship breakups. I've had a lot of friends leave my life because we literally had an argument, or because they just, you know, drifted away. And I think some friends, as Sophie and Chintzy would say, some friends are here for a season, some for a reason, and some forever. And that is okay. Like, it's okay to have different friends, and it's okay to cut people off if they don't align with who you are anymore. Like, if you're a good person and you're a growing human, you are not the same person that you were 3 years ago. And if your friends are staying in the same place, this also applies to relationships. If you stay in the same place and you've grown, and you know they don't align with you anymore, they don't align with what you do, what you want from life, fucking toodles, toodaloo, bye bye. Also, if they don't support you, like, honestly, so my friends when I started this channel were so supportive, incredible, and I still got a group of friends, you know, they gas my videos. Georgia, fucking love you. She's bloody watching them, commenting, she's asking me what I'm filming, she's asking me to film things, and like, that is the support that you want and need. Some of my friends can't even be asked to comment on my videos, and you know what? Rude, literally rude. And obviously my family are really supportive, like Yvette is. She's the momager. She literally approves everything I do and say. But do you know what I mean? Like, I think if that can be applied to anything, whether that's your hobby, whether that's, you know, just you as a person, like, you know, you don't want to go out and drink anymore, you want to have a nice meal, fine, let's do that. It's okay. I have lots of friends, I have lots of good friends. It's also okay to have friends for different reasons, but I would say, like, my smallest group of friends, the closest friends I have, they're all amazing. Like, I have Hope, who, honestly, that girl, we're joined at the hip, and I'm obsessed with her. If she's watching this video, I love you. I'm obsessed with you. We literally talk every day, all the time, love her. Same with Georgia, same with Jordan, like, they're all my closest friends. And basically everyone that came to Marbella plus Georgia, she's in there. And then I've got, like, my oldest friend, which is Tamsin, known her from school. We aren't texters, but you know, if I rang her and there was an emergency, she would be there. And I've got Harriet, who lives in London. I've got Georgiana, who lives on the other side of the world, and they put in more effort than some of my friends that live down the road. I have different groups of friends for different things, but I think, like, your inner closest circle, they are the best. And obviously, like, my best friend is always going to be my sister, but outside of that, like, you choose your friends, so make sure you choose good ones. My next one is just do it. So whether that be starting a YouTube channel or traveling on your own to Chicago. Like, I was terrified to travel on my own, and I did it last year and it was so fun. If something scares you, do it, because, you know, like, what's the worst that can happen? As I said earlier, we live on a floating rock. Just do it, get the life experience, get the stories. And like, I literally don't know what I would do with my time if I wasn't doing content. So, and I love it, and one day it will be my full-time job, and you know, my path might be slower than others, and that is okay, because I know that what's meant for me will come for me. Why am I just a walking quote book in this video? But I love a good quote, I love it. Okay, you know I love makeup, but find a makeup routine that suits you. So don't necessarily follow all the trends. Like, I've always been an eyeliner girly from the get-go, but you know, I've had many different makeup phases, and you know, like, what works for me, for example, is I like a matte base, but then I like a glowy underneath, a little tiny bit of highlight, not too much. And you know, I don't actually fill in my brows anymore. I used to fill them in and they looked way too dark. So just find what works for you. I used to draw my lips in a really weird way, and not anymore. So I think find the makeup routine that works for you. If you don't like makeup, that's fine. Like, so when I do my makeup, it's given full coverage glam. When I do my best friend's makeup, Hope, her vibe is very freckly. Like, she's got gorgeous freckles. I would say she's pale, she's not, she's tanned, but she's got gorgeous freckles. She just looks like Charlotte Tilbury model. Same as my friend Harriet. Like, they are very light coverage, very glowy, very dewy. Not loads, but enough just to add that little, from their everyday looks, where obviously they always look gorgeous, but just a little, like, whoop, on the top. Yes, we love it. Okay, next one is your job does not define you. So as someone who did a PhD, literally, people ask you how your PhD is going, they do not care, because they don't understand. Not everyone, but do you know what I mean? Like, they don't really get it. And you try to explain it to people and they're like, nah, no, they don't, it's in out the other. I literally just will be like, yeah, good, fine. Because you have to compartmentalize that your life is not defined by how well your job is going. And like, I've had loads of trouble with work in all my jobs, and I just think that I know that like I am not the problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though, you know, I could be, and I've tried to fix the bits of me that are the problem, but like, the corporate world is hell. The academic world is also hell. So don't let that seep into other parts of your life. So if you're, you know, I get it, it's hard. You can be stressed at home. Like, my dad is always stressed about work, and I just always think to myself, like, you're literally not, like, no, you shouldn't always be stressed. I get it, it is hard to switch off, but sometimes you just gotta realize that literally, like, your life is not your job, and you're bigger than that, and you can still have a good time, even if, you know, you go to work and you hate it. I get it, you spend a lot of time there, find things that you love, try different things out. Like, don't be scared to move jobs, don't be scared to ask for more money. You know, find things that you love, that is great. But for me personally, like, I have to compartmentalize stuff, because my life, I love my life, and my job, I like at best. So, you know what I mean? And then, okay, we're going strong on these. I'm getting deep in there. I've got another one, similar vibes. Not everyone is gonna like you, and that is okay. I know everyone says that, and I really struggle with this. I hate when people don't like me. And loads of people don't like me, because I'm loud, I'm annoying, and, you know, I am quite insane. But the people that love me. So who fucking gives a shit about some random old woman who hates me, or some random person on the internet that doesn't like me, or even like old friends that don't like me? Do you think I give a shit? I don't. You don't. Like, also, I've changed so much since you knew me. You don't know me anymore. Pack your bags and leave out of my mind. So yeah, don't let people live rent free in your brain when they don't even give a shit about you. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter if someone doesn't like you. If you have to work with them, be civil and just walk on by. Do not let them invade your space. Okay, I really need to, like, I'm trying not to rush, because I'm really hungry. It's 9 o'clock, I need to wash my hair and have dinner. But I'm also trying to be insightful. It's okay to feel your feelings, and all your feelings are valid, even if they seem irrational. Like, all the time, like, me and Yvette will be texting and we'll be like, oh, I feel this type of way, like, I don't know why, but like, there doesn't need to be a reason. You have to find a reason because you feel a certain way. I sometimes wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel so anxious. Normally it's just because I haven't had a good night's sleep, or just for no reason. You can just feel stressed and anxious, or you feel sad, or like, you know, it's a bit grey outside, so you feel depressed, and then, or it's sunny and you still feel shit. Whatever it is, like, your feelings are always valid, and it's okay to feel that way. You just gotta, you know, accept them. Just accept them, that they're there, carry on with your day, and I'm sure by the end of the day, do things you enjoy, and by the end of that day, you will feel better. Okay, another thing is, I need to work on this, is it's okay to rest. Rest is also productive. So what comes to mind is my sister's just been really ill, and she didn't know whether to go back to work or not, because she was like, I feel like I should go. And I'm just like, no, you need to rest, because she didn't get better, and she went for a walk the day before, and then she felt worse. So I'm exactly the same. Like, I never stop. Like, literally since I finished work today, I stayed at work an extra hour late just to do some training that I had to do, then filmed for another hour, like, so did my makeup and filmed, then I filmed a Shein haul, now I'm filming this, and then when I finish this, I'm going to shower, I'm going to have my food, and then I'm going to edit this video because it needs to go up on Friday. Like, I swear, my brain never stops. I'm always writing shit in my notes because I know I'm going to forget, but literally I do not stop. And you know what, now I schedule like one day a week or one evening a week, if that's what it is, where I just do nothing. Like, recently I've been so busy, and honestly, having that one thing where you just do nothing, you can scroll on your phone, go on TikTok, whatever, but just make that time to rest. Again, with the gym, like, don't go 7 days a week. Have your rest time, because progress is better when you rest. That is the same in all aspects of your life. And again, I am still working on that. So that one, that's a new one. Then I just thought of another one and it's gone from my brain. I don't know what I was gonna say. What am I on? 7. Okay, next one is be present, because, you know, I think, not as in like, oh, we're not worried about the future and the past. That is different, be present. I mean, like, get off your phone sometimes. I am on my phone a lot, I will admit that, because I do social media. But when I meet my friends and I meet my family, and I try and say, like, for the first few hours, I'm not going to be on my phone constantly, because there is nothing worse than seeing someone you haven't seen for ages and they just sit on their phone and they're not even listening. So, you know, like, when me and my sister get our nails done, like, for the first few hours, we're not really on our phones, we're chatting away, because we don't live together anymore, we've got so much to catch up on. And then, you know, when we get back, after getting our nails done, we've caught up, we're watching shit on TV, we're rotting on the sofa, scroll away. And I think, you know, when you haven't seen your friends in a long time, I do think it's important to just have that time where you don't go on your phone. Like, I used to be really bad, that people would literally tell me off, like, Siobhan, get off your fucking phone. And that was also a part of me, like, I didn't like having no one to text or being on my own. Like, I just really didn't like that. Whereas now I'm, like, obviously the complete opposite. And because I live on my own, when I see my friends and I see my family, I appreciate it way more, because, you know, it's not all the time anymore. So I think definitely be present, because, you know, not to be depressing, but you never know how long you're gonna have with someone. And, you know, make amends, enjoy yourself, be present, you know, cry with happiness. It makes me think of my bestie Hope, who said, I would love how I've spoken about her so much in this video, she's gonna love this, how, you know, when she was in Thailand, she literally ticked off bucket list thing, going to Thailand, she went to stay with her friends, she was having some pad thai, which is like her fave food, and a beer in a pool, and she literally, like, nearly cried with happiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the goals that we want. I hope it's okay that I've shared that. This one, let's do a fun one. So what about, I mean, fun but deep, because this is quite deep fit, but let's go with be yourself. Best advice is just be yourself, because, like, let's face it, no one is like you. And you know what, it's hard sometimes, because people will try and make you want to change. Like, as a really chatty, loud person, a lot of people have told me, like, you're really loud, you're really chatty, don't be that way, you're annoying. Like, there's just people that are chatty get it. Like, you always get told, like, in school, she's really smart but she's too chatty, or, you know, she's really loud, or just everyone always has a problem with being too loud or being chatty. I love a good chinwag. Like, don't get me started. Me and my mum, we are the chatty ones. Well, to be fair, Yvette, once she gets going, and my dad, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm loud and I'm chatty, and that's okay, and I'm weird, and I just do weird shit all the time, and, you know, I like to have a laugh, and I don't take things too seriously, because, as I said, it's not that deep, but it's okay to be that way. You can be different versions of yourself in different settings. Like, I attempt to tone it down at work, but don't let people make you feel like you can't be yourself, because you can. And I still struggle with that now, you know, still to this day. But we're all going to be ourselves, and we're all going to party hard, be weird, and enjoy this time living on a big fat floating rock. Woo. Like, honestly, play a shot game of how many times I say the things I say all the time, like floating rock, and it's not that deep and it's okay, because you'll be pissed. Next one is, don't just do stuff because society tells you that's what you have to do. Like, and by this, I mean, this is a plethora of things. By this, I mean, don't stay in a relationship because you think that you need to get married and have babies. If you don't feel like this person is the one for you, leave that relationship. Like, I've had lots of relationships that have been long-term, and I've had lots of ones that have been short-term, but I would never stay in one that I was not happy in. And I've literally now been single for 4 years, and I could not be happier. Yes, would I love a boyfriend? Of course I would. But that is an addition to my life. It's not a necessity. Also, like, you know, when I was before my 30th, I did have a little bit of a crisis where I was like, oh my God, I'm not where I want to be with all my goals, with, you know, like, do I want to have kids and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, like, society just, you know, tells us what we're meant to do. We're meant to get married, we're meant to have kids, we're meant to buy a house. And, you know, I get it, with women it's different, you've got a ticking time clock, but do what you want to do, and don't just do it because that's what you think you have to do. Like, if you literally don't want to be with someone, don't be with them. Simple fucking as. I think people forget it is really that simple. I understand, you know, the execution might be difficult than that, but at the end, I know so many people that have stayed in relationships that are not good, or, you know, like, people tell me about relationships and I'm just like, why? What is wrong with you? Why would you put up with that? Because as I put on my story earlier, Sarah Ashcroft said, it's okay to be high maintenance if you're the one maintaining it. That, I love that. Slay for you. As your brand would say, SLA, slay, Sarah Ashcroft. Okay, right. I think we're on 4. I think we've got 4 left. Maybe 3, but I'm going to go 4 just in case. If I've done an extra one, I'll... Happy Christmas. But, okay, what is the next one? Okay, next one. Always keep challenging yourself and always learn new things. I think, honestly, the best way to grow as a person is to always be pushing yourself. Even if you don't really have any goals job-wise, that's okay. If you are happy in your job, you're happy with everything, like, set a new goal at the gym. Set a new goal. You're going to read a book, you know, like, you're going to read 25 books in a year. You're going to, I think just setting goals, taking things off lists and working towards things, honestly, is just, it's just great. And I love it. I'm a really ambitious person. I have so many goals. And you know what, like, another quote, honestly, I am a walking quote at this point, but that I always see is like, if you didn't make it in your 20s, you'll make it in your 30s. Like, your 20s are, honestly, they're a trial run, I think, for your 30s, because when I tell you, no one knows what they're doing. No one. That's going to be my next point. So number 3, no one knows what they are doing. Like, actually no one knows. Like, I've spoken to adults that are like 50 odd plus and they don't know what they're doing. No one has a clue. Everyone, it's their first time living on this planet. Like, I said this the other day, like, when you think of your parents, you just think they know everything, but like, at the end of the day, it's their first time living as well. It's everyone's first time living. No one knows what they're doing. And I think there's this facade that everyone needs to pretend that they know what they're doing and that they have their life together. And I really feel that pressure sometimes to just feel like I have my life together, and I just feel like I don't all the time. That is probably what I struggle with the most. But like, at the end of the day, like, from an outside point of view, I'm sure everyone thinks I do have my life together. But also, like, does anyone? No one knows what they're doing. I was literally chatting to my friend at work the other day. She's 32, she's got a kid, and she's literally like, I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I mean, like, all the men were like, yeah, no, I feel like I've got my shit together. But like, I was just like, this is not the answer I want to hear. Go away. But I think, will there ever be a time where I feel like I've got my shit together? Probably not. And that is okay. Okay, number 2. Oh my God, we're nearly at the end. I bet I think of more after, and I'm like, oh, wish put that in. But number 2, what shall we do for number 2? Okay, number 2 is look after yourself. So this is across all things, whether that be, you know, put yourself first. If people don't do things for you, don't do them for them. Match the energy always. Oh my God, I've just thought of 2 for 1. So look after yourself, and by that I mean, you know, take your water, drink your water. Drinking water is very important. Get your supplements in, you know, get your rest, like I said, but, you know, look after yourself in that way. Also look after yourself in a way where I mean, like, you know, if someone doesn't do it for you, don't do it back. Match the energy. Always match the energy. If someone isn't texting you first, don't text them first. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you just got to match the energy at the end of the day. And then if people that will want to be in your life, they will stay. People that don't, let them drift away into the breeze. So look after yourself. And then finally, number 1. Number 1 is wear SPF. That one's not that deep, but just wear SPF. I'm telling you now, sun damage is the worst. Do you want to age like a piece of leather? Do you want to literally get melanoma? No. I have been wearing SPF since I was 16. Bitch, do I look 30? No. And I literally got told my skin was most hydrated. Like, I'm sorry, but I will keep ramping that up. And it will probably be on my grave at this point. But I'm telling you now, if you just wear SPF, please. It's the only skincare thing. Don't forget all the serums. Obviously wear moisturizer, but you don't get 2 in 1. Moisturize, SPF. Just please protect your skin from the sun, because sun damage is aging. It causes other bad things like cancer. And at the end of the day, I don't want to look like a leather handbag. I want to look smooth and silky forever. So that's what I'm ending on. Honestly, at this point, every SPF brand should just be sponsoring me, because I'm literally increasing your sales. But my face Bondi stands. If you do want to sponsor me, I would love that. So, okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you learned some things. That's the 20 things I learned in my 20s. I'm sure there's more, but that's what I thought of. So, if I think of any more, maybe I'll do another video, an extra one. 30 things that I've learned from being 30. I'm joking. But hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different for me, it's a bit deep, you know, a bit serious. But your lessons that you've learned, I'd love to know in your so far life on this earth. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't worry, it won't be as serious. Love you, bye.